My name is Jenna Apgar, and working with day 4 of the Vision Challenge, you'll note it is just me. David is away on some family business that he had to take care of. At the home office today, as you can see with my big white husky here, who is in desperate need for attention. Dressed up for Halloween because it was a Halloween office party today, so just so you don't think I'm a freak going out in like comic book characters. He will probably interrupt me today, but it will be more quiet than the previous days when it was outside at Starbucks and we had the wind and the mowers and the trucks going by. So today wanted to discuss, I've had the opportunity to read a lot of your stories are coming in, and some of you I know are behind. Don't feel bad about that at all. The whole point of this is for you to really be able to sit down and spend some real time answering these questions in a way that is very deep and very personal, and that will, have an outcome where you'll have some, great branding, some great marketing material to use, and in addition to knowing where you want to go, and so you can start building that bridge back to where you are now, and you know exactly what it is you need and exactly what it is you want. You want a Skittle, don't you? Have a Skittle. Take away from my cookie. So today's challenge, I got the PDF up over here, was defining your catalyst moment. And so a catalyst moment is just one defining experience that completely changes your outlook or your direction, and it's kind of an extension of that why that we asked in the very beginning. Why are you doing what it is you're doing? Feed the beast. Lots of people, when they were answering their why for the first day, oh my gosh, you're killing me, dude. Bad business partner, bad business partner. Okay. Have at it. Go away. Take my cookie. So, the catalyst moment is kind of an extension of that why that digs deeper. A lot of people who are answering their whys, they're giving their mission statements, and they're giving these really pretty answers that they think that we want to hear. But sometimes it lacks the vulnerability and the honesty of really defining your catalyst moment. So, I found personally, and both with working a lot of people that I get to know really well in my marketing business and just talking to people in general, most catalyst moments don't have necessarily a very happy side to them. What is it David likes to say? The pain of being the same has to be greater than the pain of change. There we go. So before we'll move, before we'll risk change, before we'll risk that pain that change often involves, the pain of being the same has to be greater than that pain to change. So this is a very good, encapsulates the idea of your catalyst moment. And I mentioned mine in the email. I'm not sure how detailed I want to get to it on open social media, but mine was a bad day in my marriage. And the realization that as a stay-at-home mom, while I definitely enjoyed staying at home and taking care of my kids, that it did not provide financially and is often looked down upon by several members of our professional society, including my husband. So the pain of staying the same, a stay-at-home mom that's well taken care of, my husband provides for all of our needs very well. But that lack of independence that I used to have in my youth, and the ability to take care of myself in any and all ways, and realizing that I can't just break away and do whatever it is I want, that pain of being the same, of doing that day to day, and having him be able to look at me and say, you need me. For anybody who knows me, I'm really stubborn. And I am fiercely independent, and the idea that I need somebody at all is way more than I can handle. And it was that day I was like, I don't care what I'm going to do, but I'm going to find a way to make really good money, or at least some money, to be independent at least, while working with my kids. And so I had a blog that I kept more or less for fun and going to events and just sharing with people. And I took that and I started rolling that into more. I think I'll probably start a class here for some of the other Frisco moms to show them what I did. I was able to, I checked out a site called Fiverr.com for my daughter to work on. But since it's global and money was involved, I checked it out for her, and I'm like 8.5 months pregnant sitting on the sofa like a beached well, so what's the difference to me? And was like, let me try it out. And I did a couple things, and I'm getting all these orders in at $5, and when it only takes you a few minutes, and I could do it all from my phone, and all of a sudden, you're making $300 a month in extra cash, and you're like, that's cool. And you start to roll it, and you start to buy a couple more things that make jobs easier, and to pick up new jobs, and all of a sudden now you're making $800 a month. And you're picking up and you're rolling that into something big, and it's marketing now, and you're making far more than $800 a month, and now I can put the kids in good schools, and I'm now at that independent stage where I feel more like an equal amongst the community, and that is a lot of my why. If I'm really honest with myself, that was a defining catalyst moment in my life. Just one argument between a husband and wife was able to change the way our household runs completely. Say hi, ghost. All right, no kisses. But that's a catalyst moment, and it's important to reach down, and when you're asking your why, when you're trying to figure out, and the PDF and the email has prompts, keep asking why. Why is a great question, because like a 5-year-old, you can answer the question, and at the end of the question, you can be like, but why is that? And keep on doing that until you hit the part that is a little painful or really exciting. So it could be you got married, it could be you inherited money, or it could be a lot of different things. I think, Ghost, you're a terrible business partner. One of David's that he likes to mention is, he was working a business where he was gone all week and away from his family, and he was missing important moments with the people that he cared about the most, and that was painful. And like he said, the pain of that sameness was far greater and exceeded the pain of change, and risking going out on your own and being an entrepreneur and a different type of business owner. So ask yourself, the PDF prompts that you can print out from the email kind of walk you through this. When did you first remember coming up with the idea of your business? Because that will help you figure out your why, your real why, and your catalyst moment. And then ask yourself, well, what happened before that? What triggered that moment? Dude, you're going to go outside. Awful. Go past that. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself what happened before that. And think about all the different experiences, both good and bad, that really showed you the solution where you were able to offer your unique services, or why you went into the business that you chose to. As going back to my example, I started off as a blogger. And in blogging, you'd be surprised if somebody says a blogger, you're like, whatever. Bloggers learn a tremendous amount of marketing because they're marketing their clients all the time. A blogger isn't just a diary these days. They are marketers. They do native content, and they make it look like real, but they have to understand the business needs of these companies, and what's the best way to reach an audience, organically or paid, or they know how to use Pinterest and Facebook and LinkedIn in a way that gains viewership and builds trust, and they personally brand their themselves. They brand their blog, and they have to reach out and get business just like a marketer would. And so, going off from that, you can say, what can I do past that? And that's how you can start defining it. It's not the moment you decided to pursue a different client. This is the moment you decided to pursue an entirely different idea, when you decided to dare leave an employee type position that's safe, or even for salespeople, often the way that sales structures are done is you're not safe. You might get a base level salary, but the real money and the money that you depend on is in those increased sales. And when you take a risk like that on, that can be very scary. So what was so scary about the sameness? What changed to make you risk and fear, all those different things and change that come with being an entrepreneur, that come with being a salesperson and running things on your own? That moment, that is your catalyst moment. Ghost, you're killing me. David is much easier to talk to than this one. This is like my 100-pound husky with pretty blue eyes. Okay, you're done. So, moving on. Get all that down, and for your public posting this week, I want you to ask yourself, my business and my life changed when? This could be when you had kids. It could be a bad experience, good experience. Just get it out there. The moment that you decided I would help people was, and this is more for those that are working in the nonprofit areas, I think I do a lot with the Veterans in Business Meetup group, and there's so many people there that are volunteering for other veterans because they see the position those veterans are in and they want to help them out. The other one, my catalyst moment in business, this one's restricting it to business, happened because of this. A good example of that one is I know during the recession a lot of business models changed, a lot of rules and laws were revamped and companies restructured, and a lot of people didn't like that. So they changed, they restructured, and that kind of covers that one. Please don't forget to kind of wrap this up here because my dog is like tearing up everything. Go ahead, take some time out. Be very real with this one, and I promise you it matters, and we're going to wrap this back around next week. And pull it back around, and we're going to start using this to build a really strong message that people can remember, something that's emotional, and you want them to understand. And by taking that catalyst moment and being able to expose it to your customers and putting it into your marketing message, you'll be able to reach them on a very empathetic and a very emotional level. And that's what people remember, is that emotional level, how you made them feel. They don't remember the numbers, they remember how you made them feel. So take time, do it all the way through. Hi, Mallory. And make sure you have this, because tomorrow on Friday, that one is going to be completely dependent upon this one. So until you finish your catalyst moment, you can't move on to Friday, number 5's task. So get this one down, and I know I missed a video for day 1. You're why. I'll probably make that up this Saturday. Surgery took a bigger toll on me than I was expecting. But I'll do that this Saturday, and we'll be back tomorrow for Friday for challenge number 5 and to go over that and keep posting in the Vision Challenge. If you have any questions, I know some of you reached out to me personally because you didn't feel comfortable sharing it even in a closed group, but definitely reach out to us by email or by phone if you have my number, and by email and in the Vision Challenge, and we'll get you helped out. So if you have any questions, this is Facebook Live and it keeps running, so just ask it below in the comments, and I will make sure each and every one get answered. So have a wonderful day and enjoy your Thursday. Bye.